Hello there, my name's Jim from Rivervale. I'm a Senior Account Manager, and today we're going to be looking around the Nissan Ariya Electric. This model here that we have is the Evolve, which is the top of the range version, and it's the 87 kilowatt battery. So what that gives you is a range of about 310 miles, 0 to 60 in around about 7.5 seconds, and a charging time around about 30 to 40 minutes for 80%, or on a longer charge, if you're charging it at home, you're probably looking around about 14 hours. So this model we have here is the burgundy two-tone, so it's burgundy on the lower half of the car, and then it's got a black roof, and it's got the light grey interior. So the car comes with a large 12-inch TFT display on both sides, flush buttons here, so these are all buttons built into the woodwork on the car. Memory steering wheel, memory seats, all controlled by the seat at the bottom here. Digital display here which operates all the navigation, DAB radio and that sort of things as well. So it's a large SUV crossover, which basically puts it in line with sort of X-Trail size, slightly smaller than that. So if you're looking at Ioniq 5, if you're looking at EV6, if you're looking at even sort of the likes of the Mercedes EQC, the sort of more premium brands, size-wise it's around about that sort of size. The seats give you plenty of room, leg room, and obviously foot space as well. Because it's not a petrol or diesel car, you've got no exhaust under the bottom here, so anyone who sits in the middle, there's no clunky bits in the middle there to where you have to put your feet up round by your, by your ears. And it's nice and roomy and nice and airy. So the power tailgate is standard on this model, which is operated by a touch under there and the buttons on the back here. Boot wise, it's pretty reasonable. I mean, if you're comparing it to the EQC, you're comparing it to the Hyundai, they're all very similar. It's not massive, but it's still enough for, shopping and that sort of thing. Overall, boot space is pretty good. For a family of 5, it's comfortable in the front, comfortable in the back, and it's also got a good boot space as well. So we're just going to have a little drive up and see how it handles and how it drives. Being an electric car driver myself, I'm quite familiar with these things, but it looks, on the face of it, it seems comfortable, seems quite roomy. A high driving position as well, which is also good. So what we're trialling at the minute is the e-pedal, which basically regenerates energy, which then puts it back into the battery. If we don't have that switched on, the braking is normal. The car won't slow down quite as much. But when you have that set up, then we're talking not much, but it all helps to keep the range up. And I'm used to it in my Kia, and it's become second nature to me. A couple of different modes. We've got sport mode, we've got economy mode, and we've got a normal mode. Obviously, the battery power, you get almost instant sort of power, so 0 to 60, as I said before, is just over 7.5 seconds, which for a car of this size is still quite reasonable. Yeah, really impressed so far. So the suspension's not firm, but it's still quite rigid, so going over bumps and bits and pieces you will feel that a little bit, but that might be combined with the alloys. With this model is 20-inch alloys, so it's quite a firm ride, but overall it's nice. Top speed on this, it's only 99 miles an hour, but that doesn't necessarily mean a lot because you can't go over 70 anyway, as we all know. So technology wise in this, we've got the big display here and the one, as we said before, with the digital display behind here. All of the seats are controlled, and the heating and ventilation of the seats are controlled through the display as well. These control pretty much what's on here, however, there's no buttons, it's all minimalist. In terms of the radio stations and so on, you can use these controls here. There's also controls here for the vents, which again follow that minimalist design as pretty much with the rest of the car as well. In terms of the interior space, obviously there's quite a bit of storage in here. You get wireless charging with this, which is just under here. We've got my phone plugged in there, so that's charging nicely at the moment. Controls for the gears are literally just a slide forward back movement on here, which is essentially just push forward and push back when you're pressing this button here. In terms of storage, you've got your customary glasses holder here. There's a reasonable space for the glove compartment as well, which mainly contains documents and so on. If you want something with a little bit more space that you can maybe put a laptop or whatever, there is a quite handy button here, which when you press releases another storage. You can put chips in there, or your laptop or iPad or what have you. Another option which is quite nice on this is it's got an electric center console, so you can move it forward and back using these buttons. Obviously with a lot of cars it's fixed with just this part moving, but with the Ariya you've got an electric center console as well there, so you can have that as per your requirements. Seat wise, so this is a suede main seat, and then leather bolsters up here. This is the grey interior, so it's quite light, but then you've got leather detailing up here. So the main part of the headrest, that bit of the back and the bolsters is leather, and then the main part is suede. Obviously they're ventilated, heated, cooled, and the rear seats are heated as well, so that's quite a nice touch. So the Evolve model comes with a full-length panoramic roof. It opens 50% of the way, so at the moment we've got the blind down, so if we just put that back, that will go the full length. Just adds a little bit of light and airiness into the car as well. So overall thoughts on the Ariya? Well, it looks great from the outside, it's lovely inside, finished well. It's fantastic in terms of the benefit in kind, obviously, because it's electric, so for company car drivers who need that slightly bigger car, it's a perfect fit for that. So from around about 500, just over £500 a month on a business lease, you can't really go wrong with one of these, to be honest with you. So if you'd like to find out more about the Nissan Ariya, then please get in touch with us via the website or on 01273 433 480. Thanks for watching. I've been Jim from Rivervale.